heavier weight. There you see him transitioning forward, and he'll be on the go in just a second here.
And that's all actuated by the pilot's left thumb on the power control
That's
lever.
all with the thumb. It's, you know, it's all computer programmed in there. There he's on the move. He'll hit about 50 knots and up in the air, and you'll see he'll transition forward. Be going 170 knots in no time at all.
And when we look at the capabilities of the MV-20,
they're probably humming it anyway. That's right.
they're putting on the brakes pretty quick there. The nose is up there high.
Yeah, so that's what we call kind of a swing stop, where we can stop ourselves very quick, so that way we don't fly too long over a zone and potentially burn it for our personnel.
So anything you can do to minimize time within enemy fire is important.
Yeah, minimizing our time in the zone. We have our crewmen in the back who can provide aerial gunnery support. They do a lot for us in the back. They're also our utility crewmen as well as our search and rescue swimmers. So each one of them is trained in everything, and we really couldn't ask them to do more.
Now that's a nice way to get guys out of the helicopter.
Yeah, it's very fast, and as you can see, our ground force is not going to move in to take care of these suspicious personnel in this van. Exactly. Usually we'll go up and we'll provide surveillance for them, and then if they need anything in terms of gunfire or any sort of weapons deployment, we can provide that to them as well.
Looks like they've got two in custody.
Yeah, I'd like to thank some of the midshipmen who were assigned to us for volunteering to portray the bad guys, and I can promise you no midshipmen were harmed in the making of our presentation.
And she's graceful in her own special way. The nickname for the Catalina, other than the obvious calling it the cat, they were called Dumbos. Oh, she's gorgeous. You gotta love her. I discovered that there was all sorts of inefficiencies involved. The aircraft carriers are being run by sailors, guys that do the sea in the air. Of the war, prior to America's entry, we were what many would consider a fifth-rate Air Force or aviation power in the world, with only 30,000 airplanes of all types, trainers, fighters, bombers, and bombers that were horribly obsolete, and cargo and liaison aircraft. By the end of the war, so efficient was the war-making machine and became our spearhead as we island hopped across the Pacific, pushing the enemy back towards their homeland. The sleeping giant had awakened, and the arsenal of democracy is starting to produce new fighters and bombers. More of some old battle-hardened aircraft to take the fight to the enemy.
There you go.
There is the enemy, as Boom Powell tells you, the case. At the FM2 Wildcat, cranking up the gear by hand. Outclassed by the Japanese B-2C Helldiver, the last purpose-built dive bomber to enter Navy inventory. The Helldiver was a troubled beast, often bore the brunt of derisive jokes from its crews. When called upon, however, the aircraft and its committed crews were certainly capable of making an impact on history. During the Battle of the Philippine Sea, the U.S. counterattack had at its core 51 to illuminate every light they had aboard, hoping to guide the airmen home to their carriers. Operations to rescue those who had dipped at sea began immediately, almost 3/4 of which were successfully rescued. The Midwing Bird. This one built by Goodyear, the Corsair. The chance-bought F-4U Corsair was a carrier-capable fighter that saw service in World War II and the Korean conflict. Demand for the aircraft soon overwhelmed Vaught's manufacturing capability, resulting in production by Goodyear and Brewster. Goodyear-built Corsairs were designated FG, and Brewster the F3A. from the first prototype delivery to the United States Navy in 1940 to the final delivery in early landing fighter, the Corsair proved to be an excellent fighter bomber, serving almost exclusively in the latter role throughout the Korean War and during the French colonial wars in Indochina and Algeria. The Commemorative Air Force's FG-1D number 530 is one of the original airframes that launched the Confederate Air Force, now known as the Commemorative Air Force. This airplane is not only historically significant, but it is thoroughly ingrained in the shelf with the jam, drop them, and normal dispersion patterns will take care of it as they come across. The jam, of course, was breached, and they've earned the squadron nickname of the Jambo. As those rotor blades flown upwards, as they begin to support the weight of the helicopter itself. There you go. They'll be climbing up to 8,000 feet. We're glad you're all here, everybody. In about 10 minutes, we're going to have the first of our aerial demonstrations, a short teaser from a gentleman from Georgia by the name of Gary Ward.
You're going to see the nose get honked back, maintaining their elevation. They're going to drop that collective, honk that cyclic back, pull into a hover, and they'll probably do some wiggle the sticks in front of you guys here shortly.
Now, flying a helicopter is kind of like standing on, or hovering a helicopter, kind of like standing on a beach ball and rubbing your tummy and patting your head all at the same time. Both your hands and feet are working all the time, aren't they?
Constantly. We call them monkey skills. So once you get the monkey skills down, pretty much set to fly and fly the monkey all over the place.
But it's a big monkey.
Yeah, it's over 99 feet in length. Max gross weight, 69,750 pounds. It can take over 22,000 pounds of fuel. It's definitely the big arm.
It's the heavy lifter of all of them. And it bears the name Sikorsky that Igor Sikorsky back in the 1930s overcame some incredible physics and aerodynamic problems to make rotary wing flight work. But there's something he never did overcome, was the fact that if you move your hand, now correct me if I'm wrong on this, if you move your hand, either hand, up and down with that bar called the collective, you go up and down, or the stick in the middle called the cyclic, or the pedals for that tail rotor. If you move one thing, you're gonna have to move something else, aren't you?
Exactly. It's a constant motion of your feet and both arms, one going up and down, one going left, right, forward, back, and your pedals sending those units up behind you up to the mixing unit where it then sends the controls to the main rotor head, which the main rotor head diameter is about 79 feet.
That's huge. Now, which begs the question, what we're talking about is a 90-foot wingspan, I think, on the Hummers that Sheriff was just telling us about. If that's 79 feet, that takes a whole lot of space up on the deck. Oh, look at that. Now, how did he do that?
He just goosed the power a little bit, yanked on the collective. That's going to change the pitch of the blades and cause you to climb up. And the reason he didn't go anywhere forward is because he kept the cyclic fairly neutral, so he just wanted to simply climb. Looks like he'll be moving to the runway here. He's going to set down, and he's going to look to do a max performance takeoff where he'll essentially pull about 100% torque, pump the nose down to about 10 degrees, simulate getting out of a zone as fast as you can, and up at altitude as quick as you want to be.
So right now, he's taking the joystick or the cycling stick in his right hand and he's pulling back on it, and that causes it to back up. And ladies and gentlemen, look, you can see those rotor blades going upwards a little bit. How much weight is he at right now?
Basic weight's about 36,000 pounds, so he's probably got a fuel load of around 13,000 pounds, so he's probably just shy of 50K right now.
50,000 pounds. All right, so he's going to set down. Now, when he does this max performance takeoff, very, very he's showing off now. Look at that.
And the helicopter naturally wants to touch down left left wheel first, then the nose, then the right main mount. Oh, there he goes.
Pulls back on
Rolling
the
power,
left.
he's locking the cycling forward. He's going to climb out, he'll probably, once he gets through translational lift, about 20 knots, he'll probably honk the nose up, and then he's going to flip it around for a 100-foot flyby down the 500-foot line.
This is an awesome demonstration. Interesting noise. JP Howe, Major Howe, welcome. Tell us about what's coming up right now. It's all yours, sir.
Thank you, Rob. This is the MV-22 Bravo Osprey, stationed right here, Naval Station Norfolk. Right now you see it air taxiing in, hovering just like a helicopter.
This aircraft has its roots going back to the 80s when Bell Aircraft came out with an airplane called the XB-15 tilt rotor, and it became this great tool and weapon system of the United States Marine Corps and Navy.
Yes, sir. Bell and Boeing actually came together on the design of this aircraft. As you said, it was developed in the 80s. It took quite a while to get it right, but it's an incredible technology that is changing the battlefield for the Marine Corps.
Because it combines the best of the helicopter, the short or vertical takeoff landing capability, but also can turn into a normal airplane with an incredible pair of power plants to get it up over. How fast will it go?
Yes, sir. We got a max speed of 280 knots. Two engines on this beautiful bird, each over 6,000 horsepower.
So 280 knots, 228, 3, about 315, 320 miles per hour.
That's exactly right.
That's fast, because a helicopter can't do that because, and I don't want to get into the physics too much, something called retreat.